Hello, hello, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's Coach Ailyn here, and today I'm back. I promise you, I'm back. So, yeah, I'm so excited. This is Ailyn. It's December 2nd, and as I promised, I'm gonna be showing up today even though it's kind of late now, but it's okay. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a good, like, second month day of the month. I know it's kind of busy, but this year I want to chill. Usually, this is really the very hectic time of the year because there's so much going on starting September, October, November, December. It's super, super busy. But this year, it's been crazy busy this year. So for the end of the year, the last month, especially as I've said yesterday, this is my birthday month. I'm gonna chill. So yeah. Okay, how's everybody? If you guys are watching live or on replay, let me know where you're watching from and what time is it there. Right now it's 9:53. It's late. I'm gonna be sleeping right after this. Okay, so I named this segment or this go live another day, another Chika with Coach Ailyn or yours truly. Because I have other segments, but this one I just wanna do it differently. It's probably gonna be the same in content, um, but I want it to be like my accountability go live. Anyway, I hope you guys are having wonderful evening or morning wherever you are, and I just want to show up here your coach in the digital business. Okay, so today's topic is it's supposed to be something else like moments that I realized that blah blah blah. I just changed it because I said I think my content's gonna be different, so I'm just gonna change the title. Okay, here we go. Signs that I realized I needed change in my life. Okay, so let's get started. And before anything else, if this is the first time you're seeing me, let me introduce myself. My name is Ailyn. I am a wife, a mom, an early childhood educator, and a digital business coach and mentor. I've been in the business since 2019. Best decision ever. Yeah. So let's get started. So here is the topic for tonight. Signs that signs that I realize, or maybe I should change it. Let me just change it. Signs when, maybe when, right? I think it's so much better. When I realized, okay, let's do that one. Because I think a lot of us, I don't know, before the business, I was like just living life, like whatever. There's no direction really. I just want some stuff to be ticked off in my box, like, have a job, have a family, have a car, or and then have a house and stuff like that. Like, you know, um, that's what they said, right? Like go to school, finish your degree, go find a job, stuff like that. So I did all of those. So I thought I'm fine. I thought, really, oh, okay, so what's next, right? So we did travel a lot, especially when we live in Montreal. We have a nice border city with United States, so we get to do a lot of those long drive, um, traveling whenever we can. So it's been good, honestly. And then, of course, when I got my family, I concentrated my life on her. Like raised her. I made sure. It's funny how, like, as an early childhood educator, I told myself I'm never going to put my child in daycare. And so I set up my own daycare and I raised her myself. So I'm so glad I did that. It's one of the best decisions in my life. And although it was really, really hard, imagine, giving birth to one and having six kids to take care of. It was so hard, but then I'm used to taking care of over 12 kids at work. So that was an easy decision for me because for me, I'm not a nurse or I'm not, I don't go to office that I could just leave my child to daycare and then go stock the groceries in a shop in a store or something, right? But I'll be taking care of my a different child and not my own. It's kind of heartbreaking for me. So anyway, that's what happened. Okay, so again, our topic is this one, signs when I realized I needed a change. So before I found this business, it was the same thing, right? So Monday to Friday, and then looking forward for weekend, long weekend, and vacation time. But actually, during the time that it was easy when I don't have my own like daycare, right? Like my home daycare because at work there's a 2 weeks vacation. But for the first 2 years, when I set up my brick and mortar business, it was so hard. It was really hard. I was so scared to lose my clients, right? My families, my kids, and my daycare, and that's a source for me, source of income for me. So I was so scared that for 2 years, I did not go for vacation except for the long weekends and weekends. And so I think I had a burnout doing that, right? But I said to myself, no, I'm gonna stick to the plan. This is what I want to do. And so that is because I want to keep my daughter with me. So turned out well, as usual. It was great seeing these kids grow right in front of my eyes. I was like so happy to see them grow and change into big kids, right? So yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the signs, right? Okay, so ano ba tong signs? My first signs, right? Like probably 2017 when I realized like we moved from Montreal in 2014 and we moved to Edmonton here. And this is a different city, guys. But I love it now. I loved how it is so laid back and so chill. But it's kind of culture shock coming from Montreal and going to Edmonton. So, but I started getting bored. Okay. I think that was my first sign like something needs to change, right? I was bored with my daily routine, you go to sleep, wake up, you work, and then you do chores, feed the family, and then watch TV, then sleep and repeat, right? Uh, And it's so tiring. Just doing those stuff is so tiring already, but then there's really like nothing to look forward to. And so I started to get bored, but I wasn't looking for any business. I wasn't. I'm just happy with what's not happy, contented, but there is something missing. Okay? So I think that's the number one. Okay? I One time I had this picture in the car when I was like going like this because like oh my god, this is so boring. It's like what is it? I'm gonna just wait for retirement. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm like no. So but I don't know what to do, right? Because I tried doing business and it was a brick and mortar, and so I was stuck and I have to give up my vacation time during that time. So just coming out from it in 2014, I'm not going back. I, I don't have plans on going back to doing a brick and mortar business. Okay, but it's not even my plan. Okay, then we move on. Number two. So in 2018, I realized that wow, I love extended vacations. I love traveling. It's so freeing. It's like probably because I was stuck at home for a long time while I was doing the business of home daycare that I feel so stuck. And then when you get an extended vacation, because in 2018 we went to the Philippines for a month, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Everything is so fun in the Philippines. And I was just like, wow, I love this. I love this feeling. I really, really enjoyed it. Shout out to those people. If you're Filipino, let me know in the comment section how you feel every time you go back home. It's so much fun for some reason. It's so different. So, yeah, so I love traveling, but then I realized we can only go max of 1 month. That's it, because I'm limited, right? I need to go back to work or I'm gonna get fired or something, right? So I was like, ah. So it took us like 10 years to go back, and then we cannot even uh, stay for New Year's Eve because we need to go back. And so I was super, super, super annoyed. We spent the Christmas there, but we cannot even stay for New Year, which is so annoying. So to me, that's when I realized coming back from that vacation, like, oh my gosh, I don't have time freedom. I just realized it. I just realized it. And it's funny how I was so naive. It's funny because probably there's some truth in that 40, life begins at 40 when you realize, you're really an adult. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that. I always feel like I'm easygoing, but then when I realize that, it's like it's hard to not see. It's really hard to unsee it. Okay, so that's it. I love traveling. I just realized it. And so that's another sign. Let's move on. So again, I love to travel, but then I realized I don't have enough funds to travel, which is another problem, right? Because, you know, living paycheck to paycheck, you have to pay bills and stuff like that. It's really hard. It's really hard. There's no extra. If there's extra, it's minimal. So, or you use your credit card, right? So it's really, really hard when your love for traveling is there, but then you can't either afford it or you don't have time to do it. So that sucks. Okay. I I really really love to travel. If you're watching, let me know where is your next destination for traveling, especially for 2026. Hi, who's watching? Thanks for watching. Let me know where you're watching from and what time is it there, and where is your next travel destination. For me, I really want to go back to Europe. Okay, so that was my third truth, right? So again, we're talking about, signs that I needed change. And if you're watching, let me know. Let me know when you realize that there's something missing. What are your signs? What are your signs that sometimes we don't need it until we are, when there's opportunity that pop up, and then you realize, oh shoot, I needed that, right? So okay, that was number three. So again, I love to travel, but I realize I don't have enough funds to do it. Okay, next. So number four is I love pampering myself. um But then again, that requires, funds, right? Little things. It's just like, when you feel you're working so hard, you're working your 9 to 5, and then you feel like, oh, I deserve something, like a treat for myself, right? I deserve it, or I work so hard, right? You want to reward yourself. And I'm big on that. I love to treat myself or my family, for that. But again, again, right? It's 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 hard for a lot of people to do that. It's like, oh no, I can't do that. But sometimes we do give more effort to other people than ourselves, right? We always put ourselves in the back burner, and then we don't realize, we feel deprived, right? Sometimes when we do that. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comment section if you feel the same way. Like, you give it to everybody, but then when it's time for yourself, you like calculate, or you say, no, next time, or I'll do something else, right? And you always put yourself in the back burner. And so, I'm the type who wants to do this for myself. I love myself. I think early on I realized self-love is very important, and I want people, like young people, to get it right away. But this kind of learning, you only learn it when something big happened to you. Something um something happened to you before you realize, wait a minute, I need to love myself first. Because honestly, if you don't love yourself first, then it's hard to get love back, right? Or you feel dependent on other people's attention and love for you to feel complete. So this one, self-love, self-care, is very important for me. But again, as I've said, it requires funds too, right? So yeah, so that is one sign that, something needs to change. Okay, let's move on. This is the fifth one. I felt stuck and unmotivated. And then again, I think it's a cycle like that. So I feel stuck, I'm unmotivated, and then, okay, I'm bored, right? So that feeling of nothing to look forward to is it's kind of become a cycle, right? It's so boring, and you feel like, okay, so what do I do in between now and retirement, right? Do I just keep working, 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 and then when do I enjoy it? And they said, there is this notion that, okay, I'm gonna have a good time when I retire. And then I realized my mom, she's getting older. She cannot even come with us for travels anymore. And so, what is that retirement anyway? Right? And then I realized retirement is expensive. And I did not know. I know, I hear it all the time, but we're not serious about it because we're always thinking, oh, there's this pension, there's pension that's gonna save me. And we always think that it is enough, right? It should be enough, right? Because but the thing is that we didn't realize that pension is just like whatever half, it's just half of what we're earning right now, if you think about it, right? So whatever you want to do for your retirement, um you can't, honestly. I'm seeing this, like, I always go to this, assisted living, and I feel that, oh my gosh, I feel bad. They're stuck there, right? Because physically or mentally they can't do anything anymore. And so now I realize that, hey, something needs to change, because from now till retirement, we should actually be enjoying our life now, because tomorrow is not promised, right? So realizing this stuff, it didn't really come to me until I found my business. And maybe one of the biggest, I always tell, oh, my business, my digital business is the best thing because it's not only reward me financially, but also with the mindset. Like that is the only time it opened my eyes to this thinking, like this kind of thinking, like this self growth and mindset that I used to not have, like so clueless. I know I know when I talk to somebody when they're in that stage, right? When they're in that stage. And I think my goal changes over time, right? My goal changes over time. Like in the beginning, I was just addressing this boredom, addressing this lack of finances to travel and stuff like that, right? But then over time, these moments evolve. And I think I'm in the second part of this where I want more because I deserve more, because I know it's there for me, waiting for me to unlock all of those milestones in the business. And I'm so excited for the coming year because I know if I manage to get to where I am right now already, I know I could, you know, get there as well. And there's a lot of proof, social proof in our community that it's doable. So if you guys are like me back in the day, unmotivated, feeling stuck, or looking for big change, I highly, highly suggest you guys check out um, my business that I'm offering. All you have to do is register your name and email address or message me, and so I could talk to you guys and help you get started. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a good night. I'm gonna go sleep now too, and thank you guys for watching. I will see you again tomorrow for another episode of Another Day, Another Chica with myself, Coach Eileen. And that's it, guys. There is a replay of the webinar already today, Tuesday, and Thursday. We have live, so it's nice to watch it live. But if you cannot watch it live, there's always replay 24/7. Okay, so all you have to do is register there on my website and you'll see the link already right there to watch the replay. So, thanks for watching, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye.